For my 30th birthday, I brought together 21 people from 6 countries, and it became a memory I'll carry with me forever. We spent 2 magical nights in a dreamy house in the French countryside, 2 unforgettable days filled with laughter, love, and Provençal magic. This is a glimpse into the most touching moments of a weekend that felt like a Pinterest board come to life. A few days before my birthday, I welcomed my aunt, my cousin, my godmother with her son, and my parents to Paris. We hadn't all been together like this in a very long time, and it felt so special. We spent those days laughing, catching up, and exploring the city. And that's how I entered my 30s, surrounded by closest ones right at midnight. It was so important for me to have my family around for this milestone, and my heart was full knowing they could be here. On the morning of my birthday, we rented 2 cars and drove to Prairie, the village where the celebration would take place. It's usually just 1 hour 20 minutes from Paris, but with the crazy traffic we got, it took us over 2 hours. Still, we were super excited. The weekend was just beginning. We stayed at La Prairie by the Oasis house, a true Pinterest dream tucked away in the French countryside. I rented it for 2 nights, and it was the perfect place to celebrate, with beautiful stylish interiors and every amenity you could imagine. There is a heated outdoor pool, a paddle court, table tennis, bikes to explore the surroundings, baby food, pétanque, and much more. The house fits up to 24 people with 10 bedrooms in the house, each one different but all in the same warm countryside style. Each of them has its own private bathroom, so everyone had their own space and comfort. And right next to the house there are 2 lumipods where you can sleep closer to the nature. Speaking of nature, look who my friends woke up to in the morning. It's a perfect place for a big group or family. You even have board games, karaoke, and that cozy feeling of being completely away from it all. This house can be rented for a minimum of 2 nights, and depending on the season, the price ranges between 2,000 and 2,500 euros per night. As soon as we arrived, we started working on the decorations for the birthday dinner. Most of the decor, like candles, floral napkins, name cards, and other cute table details, I ordered from Shein. I wanted to recreate the feeling of nature and the countryside, something soft, cozy, and Provence-inspired. My mom brought a beautiful tablecloth, fresh lavender, wildflowers, and polka dot ribbons all the way from Odessa, Ukraine. She's a stylist with an incredible eye for detail, so she was in charge of the table decor. And just look at the result. When I saw it, it was even better than I had pictured in my head. There were 21 guests, 7 from my family, and the rest were my closest friends who came from all over the UK, Austria, Germany, Ukraine. In total, we had guests from 6 different countries. We spent such a beautiful time together, and having all these important people in one place made the weekend felt truly unforgettable. When my guests started to arrive, we began the celebration with a little apéro in the garden with champagne, fresh berries, and oysters. I asked everyone to wear white for the dinner, and honestly, it looked so cute and harmonious. My best friend brought her dog Tushy, who quickly became the star of this weekend. And yes, the house is pet-friendly, which made everything feel even more cozy and warm. Just soak in this beautiful aesthetic atmosphere. My parents brought childhood photos of me from Ukraine and hung them around the tree. Such a funny and sweet way to show my friends what I was like as a kid. As someone who tends to worry, I was anxious about the weather well in advance. And I got what I was afraid of. Just 20 minutes after we sat down to eat, right after my parents' sweetest speeches, the sky opened up. We had to quickly move inside and rearrange the table. Within 15 minutes, we created the coziest indoor setup I could have ever imagined. My fear turned into a dreamy, intimate evening I didn't expect at all. Speaking of food, that was truly one of the biggest challenges. The original French catering option offered just 1 starter, 1 main dish, and 1 dessert for everyone. But with 21 guests, including vegans and people who don't eat meat, that wasn't going to work for me. Then my housekeeper told me about Alexander, a Moldovan chef who runs restaurants near Paris. I contacted him, and he happily agreed agreed to come cook at the house and create a diverse menu so everyone could choose what they wanted. We agreed on the dishes and he even did all the grocery shopping himself. By the time we arrived, he was already there starting the meal prep. We began with a stunning spread of starters, fresh salads, cheese and meat platters, salmon dishes and vibrant vegetables. The table looked absolutely incredible. Alexander served generous plates of fish and meat. The table overflowing with delicious food we happily enjoyed over the next 2 days. My friends shared so many beautiful words that night, and then it was time for the cake. I ordered it from a Ukrainian baker living in Paris. Honey and sour cream filling that is so popular in Eastern Europe. I got 4 kilograms for 21 people and we still had leftovers for the next day. Another surprise and my favorite part of the evening. My parents digitized old videotapes from my childhood and my cousin put together the sweetest and funniest video about little me. Apparently, most of the time I was either dancing or singing as a kid. No wonder I'm such a huge fan of karaoke even now. Speaking of karaoke, no Eastern European evening would be complete without it. We found a mic and kept dancing and singing until 2 a.m. And that's exactly how the first day ended. I couldn't have imagined a better way to welcome my 30s. By the way, I was seriously so spoiled with gifts that I still can't believe it. Wait until the end of the video to see what my family and friends surprised me with. The next day we woke up to heavy rain and it kept pouring almost the entire day, with only a few short breaks. Since we couldn't really enjoy the outdoor amenities in that weather, we decided to visit the Château de Fontainebleau altogether. This magnificent royal residence was home to many French monarchs, from François Ier to Napoleon Bonaparte, and witnessed key moments in history, including Napoleon's abdication in 1814. By the end of our walk through its gardens, the sky began to darken again, so we made our way back to the house. The rain didn't stop us from enjoying the heated pool in the garden. My friends, my cousins and I decided to enjoy it no matter what. We changed into swimsuits and jumped in, rain and all. It was so much fun. Also tried to teach baby Tushi how to swim, but she wasn't too thrilled about the idea of getting into the water, so we didn't insist. Instead, she ran in circles around the pool and started barking at us to get out immediately. It was just hilarious. We lit the candles again and sat down for an early dinner. Still so much food left from the day before. The atmosphere was warm and cozy, with everyone laughing and chatting. And then suddenly, you can probably guess, someone put on music and we were singing 80s hits all over again. My Spanish friend once asked me, why do Eastern Europeans always end up singing or dancing when they get together? And I have no answer to that question, but I absolutely love that about us. Finally, the rain took pity on us and stopped. We could finally enjoy some table tennis, a little trampoline time, and of course the paddle court. For many it was their first time playing paddle, and it turned out amazing. We put on some music, brought wine, and shared one of the most memorable moments of the whole weekend. I still replay it in my head over and over again. But the real star of the show was of course Tushi again. She just couldn't sit still for even a second, sprinting along the ball's path like a little fluffy rocket. She actually got so carried away that my friend had to put her on a harness and take her home for a little nap. Though, as you can imagine, Madame was not pleased with that decision at all. The next morning, my friend slowly started heading out, and of course, that's when the sun decided to show up. Still, we managed to sneak in one last dip in the pool with my family and soak up a little more of the house before saying goodbye. I wanted to show you the gifts I was spoiled with during my birthday, but I'm a bit late on editing this video, so the gifts part is coming next week. Stay tuned. To wrap it up, I want to reflect maybe a bit on this date, 30 years old, because it's a big deal in Eastern Europe, especially if you're a woman. Often you get a lot of pressure to tick some boxes until 30, and you're growing up with the idea that 30 is something
is something scary, like a threshold after which nothing can be changed. But I am 30 years old woman. In your 30s, you can have babies. You can meet the love of your life. You can completely change your job if you want to. You can discover new countries. You can learn new languages. You can do so many things because you're 30, not despite. And I'm very happy that by this age, I've got so many beautiful people around me. Incredible friends who I know will be there for me when I need. Incredible and very easygoing family in good health. I have the job and the colleagues that I really love. And every year it's becoming only better. So I can only imagine what these 30s bring me, and I'm excited and so ready to welcome them. As usual, thank you so much for watching this video. This was a special one. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like and hit the little bell not to miss anything. Thank you guys, until the next one.